Being a Western English-speaking fan of ReZero is suffering, to say the least, which I guess is pretty on brand for this series. But if you do want to enjoy it, here are your options, so pick your poison. And we got option 1, the anime, where you can enjoy the first 4 arcs of the story with major scenes cut out. And if you're a dub watcher, you're going to have to deal with the dub using absolutely rushed subtitles as a script, which, you know, sometimes can mess up major plot points, such as these ones.
The tea that you drank earlier? I used the envy witch factor on it as a means to strengthen your resistance a little bit.
Then it seems that you've left me behind too, I suppose. Petal cues.
Wait, what'd you say?
And you know, the subtitles rushed out by the underpaid Crunchyroll translator, the one that's like, you know, just hunched off over an office being paid minimum wage to get those translations out as soon as possible. You know, they can always be fixed later, but good luck calling in the voice actors to fix 1 or 2 lines. Overall, I'd still recommend it. It's still a good experience, and there's a lot of good cinematography and OST, and the voice actors are pretty good. But I feel like White Fox is just never going to match the quality of Season 1 after the art style changes of Season 2, shall we say. It's not like we'll get Season 3 anyway, right? Alright? Option 2, the web novel. Or as I like to call it, the sacred texts! Which is the format where the series first began. This is the format for you if you want to be the most caught up, as this is the first place where new chapters come out. But unfortunately, the bad news is that it's only in Japanese.
I don't speak Japanese.
So good luck reading that. Officially, at least. But, you know, what if there was this group of good Samaritans who, you know, put a lot of effort into translating the series so that more people can enjoy it? Oh well, it looks like you're gonna have to deal with a DeepL translation instead, where you'll get funny translations such as Bear Child and Divine Protection of fucking... Speaking of translations, the web novel is free to read and be redistributed, meaning that translations are mostly safe from the DMCA hammer of death. This, however, is not the case for option 3, the light novel, which is a more refined version of the story, as it usually changes details and adds new plot points that aren't really present in the web novel. So if you ever wanted to see plot points such as who Regulus's Discord eagle was, then you'll be out of luck trying to find it in the web novel. It also has some really sick covers and illustrations, and I swear to God, man, Wilhelm, he has some divine protection that makes every cover he's on absolute fire. So why not just read the light novel then, huh? Now that's a good question. Let me ask you this. Ever wanted to see Tappei's genius writing unfold in front of you in the form of a rushed out translation, made by an underpaid and overworked translator? Wait, I'm seeing a pattern here. Where volumes are delayed ad nauseum, with strange translation choices for names such as just making up random characters on the spot, or attributing an Archbishop's schizo speech to your boy Subaru in Volume 18 for some fucking reason. Like, what? What? Now you might be asking, why not just translate the light novel if the official English one is so bad? Well, that's a good one because you can't. Well, you can, but not legally. So essentially, the English light novel is doomed to be strangled by a company who does not care about their translators or the quality of the final product. And they've tried appeasing fans by fixing the major flaw I was talking about earlier in a digital release for Volume 18, but there's still a lot of issues, and sometimes these issues aren't even like a translation preference. Like sometimes they'll just call a character something, and then like a volume or 2 later, they'll just completely change the name. Extremely strange. At the end of the day, it's still a pretty enjoyable reading experience, and you are supporting Tappei when you buy the novels, but you're also supporting Yen Press, so I don't know about that, Chief. It's such a shame that the English light novel has to be so inferior to the Japanese or even the Polish one. And yeah, you heard me right. You know you've done fucked up when a bunch of cheeky-breaky Slavs make a better translation than you for probably less money or possible earnings. And finally, the manga kind of exists, I guess. It has some really nice art and it covers a lot more stuff from the novels, unlike the anime, but it's still very behind. Which is like not a bad thing at all, but it just means if you ever want to catch up, it's not really the medium for you. But hey, you can't really complain. Peak fiction with good illustrations? Satisfactory. So that's the gist of the situation. If English is your only language, you might as well enjoy all the mediums, and at least to read the web novel if you're going to read one thing. But if you want the true ReZero experience, then your best bets are either to learn Japanese or receive a spiritual awakening while playing The Witcher 3, where you suddenly gain the ability to read and understand Polish. So enjoy being a Western fan, or as Karakawa sees you as, the sucker who's going to buy the next Rem figure.